they won't even know what direction to go in next. Are they gonna fail? I mean, continue or you know?
It's difficult, bro, because I think too many people now are afraid of failing, and that's the whole thing that school teaches you. It's the whole thing that society teaches you. Do not fail.
Exactly.
Don't go and take a chance. And you know, my dad has minds, and he's been an entrepreneur his whole life, and he's really taken that. And this is where I got this from. And you know, my stepmom sat by me the one day, and she said something that will forever stick by me. And her dad is the most amazing man, and he's been working in the mine his whole life, and he did that perfect life of where you leave school and you go and get a job on the mine and you work your way up. He's now managing the world's second largest crushing plant really, really well for himself. And she sat down to me and she said, you know what, my dad looks at your dad and she says, you know what, he takes too much risks, he's crazy. But your dad has the chance of making 100 million rand a month, a year,
There's
whatever.
no limit.
There's no limit to his success. But your grandpa will only get what that company says he's worth. And that's all he has to work on. No matter how hard he worked for that month, that's all you will get. And that's the cool thing about stepping out and journeying on your own, doing your own brand, making your own music, being your own...
And what's the best part about that? I mean, the consumer gets to tell you what you're worth.
Dude, totally.
So if you add value to this person, they're going to pay you much more than this person.
Totally.
But if you do well overall, I mean, you could get higher than market value. But if you're working for someone, you will only get... If you higher than market value, you'll get a little bit more. But that only might be two people's decision. That only might be three people's choices to say you're worth this much.
Yeah.
But in actual fact, the world thinks you're worth much more.
And funny enough, only in this country does it work like that. Well, actually not just in this country, but if you go overseas to Australia and you're a business owner, you're only allowed to take, like, if let's say you're flipping burgers at McDonald's and you own a McDonald's, your employee has to earn 8,000 rand, the manager has to earn about 12,000 rand, and then you can pull about, let's say, 14,000 rand as a business owner, because that's like the stages of how it goes, you know. Yeah, in South Africa, it's literally, they take us young people and they use us. It's horrible. I mean, I have my friend Kevin, he's working in the mine right now, and if I tell you, bro, they work those people so hard.
No.
And for nothing.
Yeah.
You know, for very little, and this is what I'm trying to say, is those mines make so many millions of rands off of these people's lives and off of what they're doing every single day, and it's literally putting your life out there to make a company rich, and it's just...
But at the end of the day, also, not everyone can own the mine.
Yeah.
Not everyone is built to own the mine, and not everyone has the skills, because they didn't put themselves in the position. I mean, they didn't want to do that. They were happy with... And the thing is, if they're happy doing it, it's fine. If they're unhappy, they need to figure that out also. So if you feel like in your job that you are really giving it your all and you're not getting compensated for it, you need to speak up.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's many cases like that. And the government also makes it harsh, because they set the bar, like minimum wage. And most employers use that as an excuse and say, well, your government only says you're worth 20 rand, so that's what I'm going to pay you.
That's what I'll give you.
Yeah. So if you know your worth as a person, that's where self-awareness also comes in. That's where you need to step up and make a difference and be willing to risk it for what you're worth at the end of the day. I mean, if you really are worth that, you will get paid.
100%.
I mean, if I go and change the Afrikaans music industry also, the rewards will come for that. But if I'm actually destroying it, I mean, the bad things will also come out of that also.
Well, I mean, I think this is what we were saying earlier on, is you the only one. It's not like, it's just you, and this is the nice thing, and you can only learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
It's a nice thing about doing it on your own. It's you can either see it as a failure, or you messed up a song, or you messed it up in a certain way, but actually it's only you. You know, like what Bongo and I want to do now, we don't have per se the funding to go and do this, but you go to a business owner and you give them what you think a company is worth and what you think your worth is, and you set up a business proposal. You set it up to the T of what you want, how your vision of your business, and you take a chance. And I always say to people, you know what, numbers do not lie. If I sit down and I do my projections with you and I say, look, this is what my company is worth, this is what I'm sure I can make you a month. Let me show you the numbers. Let me show you our rent is this much, this is our overheads a month, this is what we're running. And you need to be a person that has vision as well. You know, I mean, like you said, self-awareness. What do you value yourself as? You have to have that vision of what you see yourself to be, you know? And I see big things for you in the future as well. Like I said, I mean, I've been watching you for a few years. My girlfriend has been watching you do that every day, and she actually said, you know, that one song, you guys met each other at Mojo's, and she was like, you know what, I'm doing this certain theme for, what was it again, babe?
Conference.
She was doing it for conference, and you were like, oh, you know what, I need a bit of inspiration for the next day, and this is what I'm going to do.
So, because I'm producing at such a high level, I've completely eliminated my ego.
Yeah.
So at that point, I need help. And I go to people and I say, listen, I'm making songs. That's what I do. That's who I am. Have you ever thought of a song and like, what can I do for you? Can I make that for you? I mean, I've picked your brain. Now you're telling me, yeah, make this. There's my inspiration. I go do it and it's out there. I mean, now I've kind of got a fan and that appreciates me, that respects me on the same level.
Dude, I will go and like that song. If it was one of my ideas or my inspiration, I will definitely go and
that song also doesn't just affect the person who asked to make it. It affects everyone who chooses to listen to it and everyone who finds meaning and happiness and value in that song also. So what she did, and by telling me, yes, this is a cool idea, I need the song, I mean, everyone else benefited from it also.
It's awesome. She says she plays it all the time when she does workshops and...
Yeah.
So, I mean, your music's already...
And it's completely hers also. She can use it when she wants, how she wants.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah. So when you're doing something at such a high level, it's not about you anymore. It's about the people. And at the end of the day, we're in this massive machine. And if you're not one of the moving parts, you're going to get replaced. You know?
100%.
You're going to get bypassed.
Yeah.
So if you're not working on overdrive, what's happening?
Congratulations about the Gold FM thing though, bro.
Thank you. Yeah.
How's that going for you? Is it nice?
So it's just the extra thing. I mean, people think when you do radio you get paid R1 million or whatever.
No, we all know that it's a start out thing.
Yeah, I get basically less money than a waiter would make without tips.
But it's not about that.
Yeah, per hour.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not about that. What my passion is the music.
Yeah.
And I love sharing music with people, and I love talking to people also. So,
and the platform.
Yeah, the platform is cool. Because you keep it local, and I try to help people. I mean, if anyone, it's not my platform anymore. So the first show, yes, I tell everyone, this is me, this is about myself, this is who I am. But once you get to the 10th show, it's not about you anymore. It's about who can I put on this platform. I mean, if this podcast is doing things for people, I'll put it on the platform. If Bongo's music is doing things for people, I'll put it on the platform.
Please do, bro. I mean, please talk about us.
But then also, it's what the people want and what they need to hear. You can't just say, yeah, here's my music, play it all.
Yeah.
Because you need to think who's listening.
Yeah.
Is it older people? Is it English?
What's your market?
Sutu?
Yeah.
What is it? So if it's gonna, and I'm the judge, let's say, so if I think it's gonna do that, I will 100% put it on. There's no doubt about it. Who am I to say no to any of that? But the thing is, it has to be worthwhile.
Well, I'm looking for more people like you that want to share their story. I think if anything, that would be the draw of where you are right now, and I need more people that want to come and teach other people and teach young entrepreneurs, young radio presenters, young mixers and masters, young
so also,
artists.
Yeah, when I started radio presenting, who knew I would be a professional radio presenter? I mean, when I started out, I couldn't even speak on a mic. When I was DJing, I was too scared to tell the people, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, your food is ready, please go and eat. I would not say that. And if I did say it, I would mess it up completely.
Well, you've come a long
way
then, dude.
Look at me now, like I'm talking on radio. I still am that person today.
Yeah.
all I've done is care less about what other people think
What
of
other
me.
people think, yeah.
And their opinions won't change me. I mean, there's people that said when my first show on Gold FM, like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, he's the worst presenter ever. Why did you take the old presenter away? And now they're saying to me, thank you so much for playing the awesome music that you do. The same people. So I don't care what people do. I'm going to do it anyway.
They'll hate you today and they'll love you tomorrow.
That's life, bro.
It's exactly how it goes. I've made a lot of enemies since I started with Bongo. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people, because I've always been like this tight ass business end of it. Like, I've always been the dude, I know you love making music, but this is a business.
And that's what he needs also. That's
we
what
need to make
needs.
money, dude. Like, these people are not screwing us over anymore. We are a business. This is 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
And that's where we've always been a very good team.
Yeah.
And I think it's important now to rely on your team, you know? You need to always be able to learn and adapt.
Well, if you're gonna build the biggest building in town, you can't build it by yourself. I mean, if you choose to go alone, your building's not gonna be bigger than anyone else's. It's gonna be as good as everyone else's. It's not a little bit better, but
that's exactly what.
Go build your own house. Like, come on.
100%. 100%.
It doesn't work like that.
You were probably one of the first people I interviewed that came to me with like, hey, you wrote an essay of notes.
Yeah, so that's what I like podcasts, because I've never been able to do it. It's my first podcast that I'm doing now. On radio, I can't really express myself too much.
Yeah.
I mean, because you have to be aware of what you're saying, because once you've said it, you can't really take it back. You can't ever take it away. It's live. Now I can edit it out or something like that. Not that we will, but it's more calming. I mean, there's no expectations here, really.
My mother watched this the other day and she said to me the first thing is, dude, you gotta watch your posture. You have to sit up straight and you may not ever swear. And I was like, you know what, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That was my first little bit. And like every now and then I've gotten little bits of like critique and little bits of this and that on how to do this more successfully.
Yeah. But let me tell you this, like, if you don't swear, people are gonna think you fake.
Yeah.
And if you swear, people are going to think you're real, but the people who are really religious and don't believe in swearing, you're going to lose.
Exactly. It's so difficult.
You know what?
I added one fuck just to make it
Yeah. The best thing to do is just to be yourself.
Yes.
Obviously. You can swear. I could go and swear on radio on 1,000 for like 22,000 people, but I'm not going to do that because I'm going to get fired. But if I could, I'd be swearing all the time.
Yeah.
I would say this song is fucking amazing, guys.
Yes.
Or like, fucked me up. This
because it's just a matter of expression.
That.
It's that next level of expression. It's like, I really fucking love this song.
That's how I express myself.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
They say to me all the time, dude, you don't have a vocabulary. Like, well, my mom does, because my vocab is on point. I like to think.
Like, I might be offending people by saying it, but then at the end of the day, I'm expressing myself. Without that, I wouldn't fully be my authentic self and express myself like
100%.
that. I mean, there's no better word to say.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah, I really don't care about that.
But on this podcast, we open... I would have gotten you a beer if you said you wanted a beer. The last time I got 2 Black Label beers just chilling, and we were just calm, and... I would like to maybe eventually, once I have my lifestyle running, like we'll have a few joints there chilling and like...
let me ask you a hard question. When you say once I've got my lifestyle running, when's that going to happen exactly? Give me a time and date.
You know what, I've got this idea, this extravagant idea of what I want to do, and I'm working towards a lifestyle brand, a cannabis lifestyle brand, and... We're going to put up a whole center in Cape Town that's going to be around like hemp clothing, healthy living, the CBD extracts, the CBD infusions, the edibles, the coffee shop vibe. And I don't know if you've watched the Joe Rogan show, and that's really the kind of vibe that I want on the podcast eventually.
Yeah, well, I feel like it is like that now.
It's almost like that, but you know, we're working towards a narrative, we're working towards an idea, and our idea right now is more community based. We want to uplift the young youth, we want to work with young entrepreneurs, young musicians, and we just want to give them the best information we can on how to navigate the scary world in which we live. And I think that's one of the most noble things I could do on my podcast is let's try and get the most relevant information out there. Let's try and get the people